Hi, my name's Callum. I'm a bit of an antenna geek and we have made a 15-metre Yagi. Well, it's not tested yet. We're going to try and put it on mast number, what they call number 2, which is about 12 metres high. And previously, on the last couple of episodes of the 15-metre Yagi, we used some 7-metre telescopic poles. We joined them with the something called a ground post and used this giant heat shrink to hold it in place. We've got a element to boom connector here, which I fabricated. I've put the wire on, which I didn't film, that was yesterday's job, and then I used a hacksaw to cut the end, and I've left about, I don't know, 75 mil, 3 or 4 inches, in case we need to, it's not right. Now, I haven't put the meter on this yet, so we'll do that because there's a little known technique which means you can sit a Yagi on the ground with its reflector sitting on the ground and its director shooting up in the air. It will be slightly low in frequency because as we raise an antenna high off the ground, the frequency will rise as well. And I've got to say before we start doing this that it's been many years since I've made a 3-element Yagi. Most 3-element Yagis will have something called a gamma match, because most 3-element Yagis have got an impedance of 30-35 ohms depending on where the feed point is. I've faffed around with MMA and moved the driven element slightly forward. Okay, so the driven element normally would be about, 18 inches, 45 centimetres further back, right? So maybe I've got a very slight trade-off in front to back and direct gain, but the whole idea of this is I'm supposed to be getting a 50 ohm match. All I need is a choke. Right, so we need to stick it that way. It weighs about 5 kilos, I guess. Let's just lay this up here. That's 1 megahertz each side. So if we come down 250 each side, it looks like we've got best SWR is 1.13. So I don't know what the impedance is, I can't be bothered to check. At 250 kilohertz each side of 21.165. So by the time we put this up, that'll rise to 21.25, 21.3. That'll be absolutely fine. Bandwidth looks pretty wide. But if this is going to work, I can't believe it, because it was a bit of an investment in materials, to be honest, and all the books telling you need a gamma match. But if I can get this at 40 ohms even, that'll be fine. The SWR will be diddly squat. What do I do now? I've got to find a couple of U-bolts and drop that little mast down. Oh, thank God for that. I was a bit worried. I mislaid these. So how do I put this mast down? Quite simply, I get a falling derrick. I put the falling derrick at the base of the tower, screw that in so it doesn't fall out. Then I connect the back guys to the top of the falling derrick. Then I get to the winch and I drag the rope out and I take the tension up so that the falling derrick and all 3 guys are working. But it's a 3-guy system, so then what we'll need to do is put the little volunteer, the orphan guys, in situ so it looks like a pseudo 4-guy system, and then the thing will drop down. And because I hacksawed all the ends off, I think we'll find that when it comes back down, the 160 metre, 80 metre fan dipole won't get in the way. It's a very lightweight tower. I think, well, we get a tape measure out in a minute, but I think it's 12, probably 12.5 meters. It's at 40 something feet, 40 and a bit. Okay for 15, you know, for 3 elements. But we're going to have to, well, let's bolt it on first. I'm going to flip it over actually. Yeah, that fence is in the way. I don't know, come back more this way. So I think the trick is, I'll get it on as straight as I can. Then we'll raise everything up so we're above the fence, because the fence is getting in the way. Get the ladders out, and then I can adjust it when it's at the top. Let's just get it roughly bolted and just hoist it up. And just get the ladders out somehow. As long as the bolts don't come undone, let's just... Okay. We could bolt it like that. Right, how high is that? Okay, not too high. We get the ladders. Let's just get them done up a bit and then we can do some centering. Well, not very elegant, but it's one way of putting it up. I have actually centered the mast to boom with a spirit level yesterday, so hopefully it'll just be straight when it goes up. I went inside and got a brand new SO239, you know, a PL259 coupler. So we'll do the trick where we'll put electrical tape all the way around it, then self-amalgamating. Or do I temporarily just coat it in Vaseline in case it's all got to come down? In case it's all got to come down, you know? I don't know what to do. Or, oh, you know, I'm just going to do the Vaseline trick. This is definitely not medical grade Vaseline because it's got twigs and everything in it. All right, let's take a big dollop. Lovely. Just a little temporary. I mean, that'll probably last for a couple of years, but anyway. And it makes your hands all nice and soft. Well, that would all change because the reason the boom is a bit longer than it needs to be is I want to put 6 meters, a 4-element 6-meter beam on the same boom. And that's what I've designed. I don't know if it'll work because I've never done that before. Oh, blast, I just remembered we need to put a PL259 on the other end of this. Never mind, we can do that. Let's just see if it's, looks all right, I think. Never quite know, do you, till it's up. I do like, you know, having the rotator at the bottom. It just reduces the weight up top, doesn't it? Let's put you somewhere so you can see what's going on. It doesn't look completely straight. You know, parallel to the ground. Maybe it is. There's not a lot in it, 1 or 2 degrees, which is kind of my trademark at the moment. I'll have to go around with a spirit level tomorrow, because I know the mast isn't actually straight. I'll completely straighten it. But in the meantime, I've got to get the soldering iron, PL259 and stuff. Right, while I'm busy putting this PL259 on, I will show a clip of Mike on his channel putting on perfectly, I might add, the Evolution. And to be honest, I think the trick for that is to have an exceptional pair of glasses and a very fine soldering iron tip. And Mike didn't actually use flux on that one, but I would have done. And I would have used bloody binoculars, to be honest, because I can never see the pinhole where you're supposed to put the where you must put the solder in. You can just tell I took a bit of effort, but we're on. I will let you share my horror, disgust, or otherwise. It always terrifies me. With a bought antenna, you just kind of know you should be all right. You know what I mean? Where's your coax going here? I'll put my hard hat on it. All right, I thought I was recording and I blooming wasn't. Look at this. Hang on, let me go to, that's 250 kilohertz each side. At 21.165 is 1.2 to 1. So if we go up a bit, say 21.320, it's 1.25 to 1. And at the top of the band, which is what, 4, I mean, I very rarely go up here, but let's say 425, it is 1.46 to 1. And the reason for that is, so in fact, we were thinking about it, we could add on 1/4 of an inch. So my favourite is normally about around there, 21.275, but where it's actually resonant, so best is about there, 1.18 to 1. So if we look at, we can look at the clever stuff now, go to single. Oh, that's 46.4 ohms, it says. I haven't felt this good. Well, the last time I felt this lucky was when I put a coil on the 80 meter 12.4 and got 30 meters. Get 30 and 80 off the one element, which is not in the books, but I did it anyway. And this wasn't in the books either. Apparently you're not supposed to have a 3-element Yagi, but 46 ohms, that's blooming close, I think you would agree. I mean, I'm looking at 1.18 to 1. By the time we get back to the shack, that'll register absolutely nothing. Okay, so I've just had a blast. Please have a listen. Please stay tuned, because this is amazing. Mike 0, X-ray, X-ray, Tango. CQ, CQ, Mike 0, X-ray, X-ray, Tango. Echo Tango.
Japan Echo 1, Juliet Echo 1, Lima Echo Tango.
Japan Echo 1, Lima Echo Tango. Hey, hello, bat 53. My name is Cal, Charlie Alpha Lima. Over. Hey, in Tokyo. May I have your name again? Mike Alpha, Sugar Alpha. In Tokyo. That's fantastic. A bit better that time, Massa. Maybe 5 and 4. This is fantastic. I have made a homebrew 3-element Yagi, and you are one of my first contacts, Massa. Over, over.
I'm running about kilowatts with a double Yagi, side by side, 5-element Yagi. Over.
Woohoo! That's fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, Massa. That sounds fantastic antenna. Brilliant with the kilowatt. We're also running 1 kilowatt here, but just 3 elements at only 12 meters, Massa. Over.
Roger, very good. Prime business. I saw that you're good team football on the World Cup. Good luck for England. Over.
Thank you. Oh, yes, of course. That's the football. Thank you, Massa. See you next time. Bye-bye.
73, bye-bye.
Alpha 71, Alpha Tango.
Alpha Alpha 71 Alpha Tango. Yes, hello. Nice to meet you. I think we had a contact once before. My name is Cal, Charlie Alpha Lima. You sound fantastic in Qatar. Over.
Thank you, so Callum, finally have you on the air. Oh, what a nice cue. So I didn't recognize you last time, but now I got you from your voice. I was in a pileup last time. You are 5'7" to 5'8" in Doha, Callum. I'm very happy to hear you. This is Mohammed from Doha. Mike 0 X-ray Tango Alpha 71 Alpha Tango, over.
So getting Japan in the book I thought was very good, bearing in mind he was about 40 or 50 degrees off, and Qatar as well, he's at about 110 degrees, a bit closer, and getting Mohammed was superb. A ton of other calls as well from around Europe. I wasn't streaming or anything, but anyway, I got 14 in the bag in about 20 minutes, which is pretty good. Right, if you look at the screen now, this is the dimensions. You can take a screenshot or whatever. This is exactly what I've done using insulated wire, okay, and fibreglass poles. So I used 6 rapide poles. I mean, you know, you could build this out of aluminium. I've just got poles here. You know, why do I do that? I haven't tested out the front to back yet, so we don't know about that. But in the meantime, that's what I've done. All right, see you next time. Bye for now.